At the beating heart of our intelligence services lies a school of deception, where secrets are currency, and the lines of ethical behavior are blurred in the name of our national interests. This is where one of the most sinister of programs began. Step into the shadowy realm of a covert odyssey orchestrated by the Central Intelligence Agency in the United States from the early 1950s to the early 1970s. Brace yourself for a journey into the unknown, where the boundaries of ethics and national security blur in a quest for mind control techniques that border on the surreal. Welcome to Inside the CIA, Operation MKUltra.
MKUltra was a government program run by the Central Intelligence Agency. Originally started as something called Bluebird in 1948-49, morphed into Artichoke, and then in 1952 became MKUltra. It was a mind control program, a brainwashing program. The CIA was trying to learn how to control people's behavior without their knowledge. Now, this all came out in Senate and congressional hearings in the 70s. It was exposed, but nobody knew about it until 1974, when Seymour Hersh, the New York Times reporter, reported it on the front page of the paper.
MKUltra is a clandestine venture driven by a relentless pursuit to manipulate human behavior and extract vital information during interrogations and intelligence operations. But this was not a small-scale operation. It was vast in both scope and funding. The CIA poured millions of dollars into the program, which involved over 80 institutions, including universities, hospitals, and pharmaceutical companies. The project's arsenal included a dizzying array of experiments with mind-altering substances like LSD, psilocybin, and hallucinogenic drugs, all aimed at unlocking the secrets of the human mind. Hold on to your senses as MKUltra plunges into uncharted territory, delving into research on hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and psychological torture methods. That's not all. Enter Operation Midnight Climax, a riveting facet of the program where the CIA enlisted the aid of prostitutes to lure unsuspecting men into safe houses. Behind two-way mirrors, these subjects were covertly dosed with mind-altering substances, their reactions observed like players on a surreal stage.
Patients at psychiatric hospitals, prisoners in federal institutions, and even people in the public were given drugs without their awareness or consent and experimented upon. They established what were called safe houses, where prostitutes would lure men to these apartments, and then once the men were in the apartments, they were dosed with LSD, and then they were basically studied by CIA scientists, usually behind a two-way mirror.
The cloak of secrecy shrouding MKUltra was impenetrable, with many of its activities conducted without the knowledge or informed consent of the unwitting subjects involved. While MKUltra was primarily operated by the CIA, it also had ties to Canadian institutions through a program known as MKUltra Sub-Project 68. This involved experiments conducted at McGill University in Montreal. The program's clandestine nature came crashing into the public domain during the 1970s, thanks to the relentless investigations of the Church Committee. Led by Senator Frank Church, this U.S. Senate committee laid bare the extent of intelligence agency abuses, pulling back the curtain on MKUltra's enigmatic experiments.
We have been victimized by excessive secrecy, not only with respect to the failure of the Congress in the past to exercise proper surveillance over intelligence activities, but also excessive secrecy has created this kind of mischief within the executive branch.
The revelations triggered a maelstrom of public outrage, spawning congressional hearings and ushering in a new era of heightened oversight of intelligence agency activities. The ethical quandaries surrounding MKUltra sparked fierce debates about the delicate balance between national security interests and the protection of individual rights. Fast forward to today, and MKUltra stands as an indelible mark on the canvas of clandestine government experiments involving human subjects. Its legacy echoes through the corridors of government accountability discussions, casting a long shadow over ethical considerations in research. MKUltra remains a chilling reminder of the blurred lines between the pursuit of knowledge and the ethical treatment of individuals, forever etched in the annals of covert government endeavors. As the curtain falls on the chilling saga of MKUltra, one can't help but wonder if the program truly died all those years ago. Was it truly dismantled? Or were certain measures taken to continue the research more discreetly, turning to private enterprise for further funding of their nefarious activities? Or could these mind control experiments, which started all those years ago, have evolved into something much more progressive, like studying the link between the mind and the computer?
We know that DARPA is exploring human-machine interfaces that include direct connections between the brain and outside systems. That's been from the beginning of DARPA's information technology mission, and it continues to this day.
This is where conspiracy and conjecture intertwine with the harsh realities of government secrecy. Most of the information regarding the program remains classified, tucked away in the most secretive of vaults at the heart of Langley. As the public grapples with the revelations of MKUltra's dark past, one thing remains certain: the shadow of its legacy continues to loom large over the landscape of government accountability and ethical research practices. And while the truth may remain obscured behind layers of classified documents, the echoes of MKUltra serve as a sobering reminder of the dangers that lurk when the pursuit of knowledge is shrouded in secrecy.